or global refugee crises influencing border policies and diplomacy. Mass migration is no longer just a humanitarian issue, it's a geopolitical one. Refugee flows are reshaping borders, elections, and alliances, forcing nations to balance compassion with security and strategy. 10 ways refugee crises are shaping global politics. 1. Border hardening. Countries are tightening borders and building walls as refugee inflows rise. From the US-Mexico border to Europe's external fences, migration is driving stricter national policies. 2. Political polarization. Refugee issues fuel deep political divides. Parties that promise tough immigration control gain votes, reshaping domestic politics across Europe and North America. 3. Humanitarian versus security dilemma. Nations struggle to balance human rights obligations with fears of terrorism and social tension, turning refugee policy into a constant moral and political conflict. 4. Diplomatic bargaining. Refugees become diplomatic leverage. Turkey, for instance, uses its control over Syrian refugee flows to negotiate aid and influence with the EU. 5. Economic strain and opportunity. Refugees can strain welfare systems but also rejuvenate aging economies with labor, as seen in Germany's integration of Syrian migrants. 6. Regional destabilization. Neighboring states hosting millions of refugees, like Lebanon and Jordan, face internal instability, putting pressure on global aid and peacekeeping efforts. 7. International responsibility divide. Global cooperation is weak. Wealthy nations often shift the burden onto poorer ones, exposing inequality in how the world handles humanitarian crises. 8. Climate refugees rising. As climate change worsens, new waves of displacement will reshape migration routes and force nations to redefine who qualifies as a refugee. 9. Human trafficking networks. Refugee flows empower smuggling rings and criminal networks that exploit instability, linking migration directly to organized crime and corruption. 10. New diplomatic frameworks. The refugee issue is rewriting international diplomacy, forcing countries to create new treaties, aid models, and border partnerships that redefine global cooperation. Subscribe and stay updated.